Good evening, everyone. In the last session, we have started for a discussion related to servlets, right? Servlet is a technology that is given by Sun Microsystem, which is used to develop web applications. By using servlets, we can develop web applications in the Java. So to develop any web application in the Java, servlet is the most important to develop the web applications. What is a web application? So any application. Yeah, guys, is voice clear now? Is my voice clear now? Is it better now? Yeah, right. So the application which can be accessed by multiple users at a time is called as a web application. Gmail, Facebook, Naukri, IRCTC, these all are called as web applications, right? So now, by using Java, if you want to develop a web application, then we need to go for a concept called servlet. Servlet is a technology. It is part of JWE. By using that servlet, we can develop web applications in the Java. So what is web application? The application which can be accessed by multiple users at a time, that is called as web application. So web applications are mainly used for customer to business. That means customers can communicate with the web applications directly. So customers can access the web applications, right? So every web application that we develop, that web application will run inside a server. So to run the web applications, server is required. So what is server? Server is a program which is used to run the web applications. So there are so many servers available in the market, like Apache Tomcat, JBoss, WebLogic, WebSphere, and Glassfish. Like that, there are so many servers are available in the market. Now, when it comes to the web application architecture, yesterday we have seen that there are two actors available in the web application. One is called as client and another one is called as server. So server is a program which is used to run the web application. As a developer, we are going to write the Java programs. We are going to develop a project. Our project will contain the Java programs. Those Java programs we are going to compile. When we compile our Java program, .class file will be created. Once the .class file is created, we are going to package the .class file. Then it will create a jar file or war file. That jar file or war file we will run inside the server. The jar file will deploy inside a server. So first we will develop the project, then we will compile those programs, right? When we compile the programs, it will generate the .class file. Those .class files will package as a jar or war. That war file we need to deploy. So what is deployment? The process of keeping our war file in the server is called as a deployment. The process of keeping war file inside the server is called as a deployment. So first we need to install a server, then we need to deploy war file in the server. Okay. Once our application is deployed in the war file, for our application, one URL will be generated. Clients will access our application by using that URL. So any person, anybody who is accessing our application is called as our client. So any user from anywhere, they can access our application. The people are the systems who are accessing our application. They are called as client. Client will send a request to the server and server will process that request and will send response to the client. So what is the meaning of request? Client may click a button or client may access the URL of the project. When client access our project URL, a request will go to the server. Server will understand the request given by the server, which resource the client is trying to access. Based on that, server will process that request and will send the response to the client in the web format. So here multiple clients can access our application at a time. Multiple users can send the request to the server at a time. Server will process that request and server will send response to the client. So this is called web application architecture. A typical web application architecture, server will be available, client will be available. Server is a program which will run our application. Client is nothing but a person who will access our application from other computer. Our application will run in one computer. Clients will access our application from another computer. Through network, clients will access our application which is running inside the server. All right. So this is web application architecture. Now, if I want to develop a web application, then what is the process? So in order to develop a web application, first we need to set up the server software. So as we discussed, there are so many servers available in the market like Tomcat, JBoss, WebLogic, WebSphere, etc. So we need to set up server software, download and install the server, then create a dynamic web project by using IDE. We need to create a web application. Earlier, we created a standalone project, only .java programs are available. Now, when we go for the dynamic web application, project structure will be different. Set up build path for the required libraries. So in order to run that project, what are the jar files are required? We need to add the jar files to the build path. Once project is created, build path is ready, then we need to create the servlets. Servlet is a class which is responsible to handle client request and response for the client. In a project, we can create multiple servlets also, and every servlet should be mapped to one unique URL pattern. Every servlet should be mapped to one unique URL pattern. Okay, how to map the servlet to the URL pattern? By writing some configurations, we are going to map the servlet to URL pattern. So once the servlets are created, we will compile our source code so that .class files will be created. We will develop the source code with .java files. When we compile our source code, .class files will be created. So package .class files as war file. War means web archive. Once that war file is created, we need to deploy that war file in the server. Keeping the war file in the server for execution is called as a deployment. So once our project development is completed, we need to create a war file and we need to deploy the war file in the server. What is the meaning of deployment? So keeping the war file in the server is called as deployment. Once application deployment completed, then we can access our application in the browser using application URL. How the application URL will be available? http://server IP. That means in which machine your server is running and what is the port number of the server, what is the name of the application, and what is your URL pattern. Like this, you can access your application in the browser. So deployment, redeployment, undeployment, hard deployment. Okay, deployment means keeping the war file in the server is called as a deployment. So what is a deployment? What is a redeployment? What is undeployment? And what is a hard deployment? Keeping the war file in the server for execution. Keeping the war file in the server is called as deployment. What is the redeployment? Deploying latest war file into server is called as redeployment. When we modify some code, we need to rebuild the war file and we need to deploy latest war file in the server. So the process of deploying latest war file in the server is called as redeployment. What is undeployment? So I want to remove the war file from the server. That means I will undeploy my project from the server. What is hard deployment? In my project, there are 100 files available, but only one file is modified. Instead of redeploying the entire project, I will deploy only the modified file. So the process of deploying only modified file is called as hard deployment. Deployment, redeployment, undeployment, and hard deployment. So for the web applications, deployment is mandatory. For the web applications, deployment is mandatory. Every web application should run inside a server. So today, we are going to understand how to install the server and how to deploy a sample web application. So the sample web application war file I have given for you. The sample web application war file I have given for you because as of now, we don't know how to develop that web application. Web application development we will do from Monday. For today, I will give you the sample WAR file which I have developed already. So that WAR file I asked you to download. I am sharing that WAR file once again in the chat box. Could you please download that WAR file? That WAR file is our servlet web application WAR file. That WAR file contains a servlet. Guys, that WAR file contains a servlet. So today we will install Tomcat server in our system, and we will deploy the WAR file which I have given for you. So as of now, we are trying to understand how to install the server, what is the folder structure of the server, okay, and how to deploy the WAR file in the server. How to develop the web application, that we will discuss in the next week. Are you guys clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. WAR file I have sent in the chat box, guys. WAR file I have sent in the chat box. Please download that. All of you downloaded that WAR file. Could you please confirm? All of you downloaded that WAR file. Could you please confirm? Yes, perfect. Sir, why there is no offline class today? Sir, actually I came to institute for offline class, but today internet issue is there. So that's why I came back to home to take the class in the online. Actually, I came there at 2 o'clock, only 2:30 for offline class only, but today there is a network issue. So that's the reason I came home again to take this session. Okay, guys. Yeah, I don't want to cancel the class. That's why I came home and I'm taking in the online. Cool. Happy? Yeah. Perfect. Fine, guys. So first we need to download the Tomcat server. So let me show you how to download the Tomcat server from the Google. Okay, Tomcat is an open source server. We can directly download the Tomcat and we can install in our system. So let's go for download Apache Tomcat. So first observe how I am downloading and how I am installing. Once I have done that, then you can do that download also. Okay, guys. So first I will download this. Now see here, when I open this website, when I open Google and type download Apache Tomcat, you can see I got the first link, Apache Tomcat software downloads, tomcat.apache.org. There is an official website is available. Using that official website, we can download. Apache Tomcat 8, 9, 10, 11 versions are available. So you can download either Tomcat 10 or you can download Tomcat 9 also. I'm going for Tomcat 9. So here you can download the Tomcat as a zip file, and you can download the Tomcat as a installer also. I'm downloading the Tomcat installer for Windows operating system. So binary distributions. So when I click on this, you can see the option here. Here I'm going for Tomcat download. Last option you can see Windows Service Installer option. So we can use that option to download the Tomcat installer file. Once we download, how we download and install Java software, JDK software. Similarly, we can download Tomcat installer and we can download the Tomcat installer and we can install the software. I'm clicking on this installer. You can see Apache Tomcat 9.exe file is downloaded. That means one executable file is downloaded. I'm sending the link in the chat box. You can download that software. Okay, guys, I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to copy this link and I'm sharing the link with you. So once you click on that link directly, that Tomcat exe file will be downloaded. Just click on the link which I have given. It will download the Tomcat software. Please confirm once you are able to download. That is the reason I asked you to join the class from laptop today. Today you need to set up this server and deployment process. All of you able to download the Tomcat .exe file I have given. If you just click on that link, Tomcat software will be downloaded. Downloaded now? Perfect. Okay. Once you download, you will see a Tomcat.exe file like this. You can see Tomcat.exe file like this. So once you download this Tomcat exe file, simply you need to double click, then install it. Okay, I'm trying to install Apache Tomcat. I'm doing the Apache Tomcat setup. First observe how I am doing this setup. Carefully observe. Then once my setup is completed, then you can do your setup also. Welcome to Apache Tomcat setup. Click on next. Click on agree. Then next. Here guys, observe server shutdown port is -1. Connector port is 8080. Service name is Tomcat 7. Username and password it is asking. If you have already installed Oracle database, then 8080 will not work for you. You need to change that port number. It's better. I'm giving the port number as 8081. If the Oracle database is not available, then 8080 will work for us. If the Oracle database is already installed in your system, 8080 port we can't use for the Tomcat. So it's better. I'm changing the port number from 8080 to 8081. Tomcat server default port number is 8080. I'm changing that port number to 8081. And here username, you can give admin. This is Tomcat dashboard username and password. I'm giving the username as admin and password also as admin. Roles manager GUI option only I'm keeping as it is. So if you observe here, what are the changes that I have done? So port number I change it to 8081. Username and password I have configured. Port number 8081 I have given, and username is admin and password also admin I have given here. That's it. Now click on next. Then say here to install the Tomcat, Java is required. Tomcat software developed by using Java. It is selecting the Java path, JRE path. Click on next. So total it is going to take 14 MB space, guys. Tomcat is very lightweight software. It will take only 14 MB space in your system. Click on install. Now you can see Tomcat server is getting installed in my system. Remember default port number 8080. I changed that port number to 8081. Okay. Now here it is giving two options: run Apache Tomcat or show README. Okay, if you want to run the Tomcat, you can select this option directly, or we can run the Tomcat on our own. Click on finish. So with this, Tomcat software got installed in my system. Okay, go to program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 9.0. Tomcat software is installed in my system. Are you guys clear with my point? Apache Tomcat software got installed in my system. So similarly, can you guys install the Tomcat? Similarly, can you guys install the Tomcat now? Why the folder is not opening? Yeah. Can you guys install the Tomcat? Perfect. Done. What is the port number you guys has given? What is the port number you guys has given? 8081. Okay, perfect. Now go to your C directory, in which folder you have installed the Tomcat. Go to that folder. C program files. Tomcat. Guys, my folder is not opening. I don't know why. Are you guys able to open that folder? Are you guys able to open that folder? Yeah, for me it is not opening here. I don't know. Apache Tomcat. Properties. Okay. Why it is not opening? Properties. Read only attributes. Sharing. Security. Guys, anybody able to open that? For me, it is not opening. 1 minute. For a few people, it is opening. For a few people, it is not opening. Maybe administrator access is required for this. Open. Then I will do one thing. Let me uninstall this, guys. Let me install in the different directory. Maybe in the C directory, I don't have access for this. Uninstall this Tomcat, which I have installed. I'm uninstalling this. I will install it once again. From the C directory, I don't have access for that. So I've uninstalled the Tomcat server from my system. Let me install this once again. I will change the installation directory. Next, agree, next. By default, it is choosing the location. Next to continue, agree. Start menu, documentation, manager, 8081, username, admin, next. Yeah, by default, it is installing in the C program files. Let me change that to my classes folder. Let me go there. This PC, documents. This PC C directory, users, Ashok, and there will be a classes folder. Yeah, I'm going to install into classes directory. Okay. Yes, click on install. Yes. I'm installing into another directory, not in that program files, guys. I changed the location to install the Tomcat. Yeah, for few people it is opening. The issue is administrator access, guys. I have installed in another directory, not in the C. I'm installing in the another directory. The classes, let me create a directory called Tomcat server. In this directory, I'm going to install it again. I think there is some problem with this. Refresh Tomcat. Let me uninstall, guys. Uninstall. Let me kill the process. Apache Tomcat. Build it. Apache Tomcat. End it. Guys, if it is installed, if it is opening for you, then no need to do anything. For me, there is a permission issue in my laptop. So that's why I'm doing that installation in the different directories and I'm trying that. So I will go to this Tomcat server folder. I will try to install it here. Tomcat exe install 8081. Username is admin. Password is admin. Next. Next. I will change this location. Yeah, I'm giving Ashok classes Tomcat server location. Click on install. In the custom directory, I'm trying to install now. Okay, it is done, guys. Now, fine. Click on finish. Let me go to my directory where I have installed that. Yeah. Tomcat server. From here also, I'm not able to access. Properties. Remaining folders I'm able to access, but this folder I'm not able to access. If it is a file, then we can run it as administrator. It is a folder, guys. It is a folder. It is not opening for me. Something is wrong. Next, agree. Next. 8081 admin. Admin. Click on next. Program files Tomcat 9. Run Tomcat. Click on this. Properties. No, guys, it's not opening. Ah. Guys, it's not because of the port number. Maybe in my system, some permissions are restricted. I have only C drive. I don't have other drives to install. I have only C drive. Okay. The problem is with the permissions. So I don't have administrator access in this system. That's the reason it is not allowing me to open. That's fine. So if it is not installing in that way, then you can download direct zip file also. See here, the people who are not able to open that directory, don't worry, no problem. So here, instead of downloading the installer, you can use another option called, we can download that as a zip file. We can download the Tomcat server as a zip file. That is the first option. Anybody who is not able to open that installed directory, then leave it. I will check it. How can we resolve that issue? And we can download that as a normal zip file. Now here we have a zip option. We can download that zip file also. Let me click on this zip option. Then it will be downloaded as a zip file. Tomcat server will be downloaded as a zip file for us. Okay, let me show you how to download that as a zip. Click on the zip directory. So if you click on this zip, that is going to open, that is going to download a zip file. If you are able to install and if you are able to open the directory, then no problem. So otherwise, if you are facing the issue with that, then you can simply download the zip file. I have downloaded that zip file. Okay. Once we have downloaded that zip file, you can go here and you can extract that zip file. Apache Tomcat 9.0.71. I downloaded zip file. Let me extract this zip file. WinRAR extract to Apache Tomcat. So I'm going to extract this to Tomcat directory, Apache Tomcat. So once we extract to this Tomcat, you can see one more directory inside that Apache Tomcat. Inside the Apache Tomcat, there are some directories available. So we need to understand what are these directories. The people who are not able to open that folder, please download the zip file. Download the zip and extract that zip file. Download that zip and extract that zip file. Once we are able to download and extract that zip file, then in the Tomcat, we can see some folders, guys. We need to understand what are those folders and how to work with those folders. So the first one is bin directory. Whenever you download a Tomcat server and extract the Tomcat server, inside the Tomcat, we can see one directory called bin directory. Inside the Tomcat, there will be a bin directory. What is this bin directory? It contains binary files to start and stop our server. If you want to start or if you want to stop your server, then we will go for bin directory. Bin directory, nothing but it is binaries. Binaries will be available, which contains the files, which contains the commands to start and stop our server. Then conf directory will be available. It contains configuration files of our Tomcat. It contains configuration files of Tomcat server. Like if you want to change the port number, if you want to change username and password of the Tomcat server, such kind of configurations will be available in the conf directory. Lib directory will be available. Lib directory, nothing but libraries. It contains jars. It contains jars. So all the jars which are required to run the Tomcat server, those jar files will be available inside lib directory. Bin directory, conf directory, and lib directory. Bin directory, nothing but it contains binary files to start and stop our server. So I have downloaded the Tomcat server and as a zip file I have downloaded. I'm trying to install with the installer, but in my system there is a permission issue. So I downloaded a zip file. Once we extract the Tomcat server zip file, we can see bin directory. Bin directory contains binary files to start and stop our server, and a conf directory is available. It contains configuration files of Tomcat server. Like we can change the Tomcat server port number. We can change the Tomcat server users also by using the configuration files available in the conf directory. And third one is a lib directory. Lib directory contains jar files. Okay. And here one more important directory is available, which is called web apps directory. It is called as deployment directory. So any web application that we want to deploy in the Tomcat server, whatever the WAR file we are creating, that WAR file we need to deploy in the web apps directory. Web apps directory is called as deployment directory in the Tomcat. And similarly, some temp directory will be available. Temporary files will be created. Temp files will be created. Temp files will be created. Work directory will be available. We can ignore that a temp directory and work directory. Work files will be created. Temp files will be created and work files will be created. This is temp and work that is not important for us because we are not going to work with them. Bin directory is important for us. Bin directory contains the files to start and stop the server, right? So here in the Windows, if you want to start the Tomcat server, then you need to go for bin directory. In the bin directory, there are several bat files available, sh files are available. Bat files are used for Windows, sh files are used for Linux machines. Here, if you want to start the Tomcat server in the Windows system, you need to use startup.bat. If you want to start the Tomcat in the Linux machine, you will use startup.sh. Bat files will be used for Windows, sh files will be used for Linux. Startup.bat is available, shutdown.bat is available. Startup.bat is used to start the Tomcat server, shutdown.bat is used to stop the Tomcat server. So bin file, bin directory in the Tomcat, bin directory contains binary files to start and stop our server. Conf directory, it contains configuration files of Tomcat server. Lib directory, it contains jar files. Web apps directory, it is called as deployment directory. Temp directory, temp files will be created. Work directory, work files will be created. So like this, once you go for the Tomcat, you can see all these things. Bin directory, binary files. Conf directory, configuration files available. Tomcat users will be available in the users.xml. Tomcat server port number will be available in the server.xml. Okay. Next one is lib directory. Lib directory contains all the jar files. JSP API.jar, servlet API.jar, Tomcat API.jar, Tomcat DBCP.jar. All the jar files are available in the lib directory. To develop the servlet application, we need to set the build path for servlet API.jar. That jar file is available in the Tomcat server lib directory. And the next one, logs directory. Logs directory contains the log files. So when the server is started, when the server is stopped, all the logs will be created in the logs directory. Log files will be created here. Log files will be created here. Log files nothing but the log messages. When the application is started, when the server is started, when the server is stopped, is there any issue in the server? All that server execution details will be created in the logs directory. Okay, next one. So temp directory means some temporary files will be created. We can delete the files available in the temp directory, no problem. Web apps directory. Web apps is the most important directory in the Tomcat, guys. Web apps directory is called as deployment directory, place to keep WAR files. Place to keep WAR files. Whatever the WAR files we have, those WAR files we are going to deploy in the server. What is the meaning of deploying the WAR files in the server? Keeping the WAR files in the web apps directory is called deploying the WAR files in the server. Okay, to start the server, in the bin directory we have startup.bat and shutdown.bat. In the conf directory, configuration files of the Tomcat server is available. Lib directory contains jar files. Web apps directory is called as a deployment directory. Whatever the WAR file we want to deploy, that WAR file we need to keep in the web apps directory. Temp directory will contain temporary files. Work directory, work files will be created. Logs directory, log files will be created inside the logs directory. Now let me go to my Tomcat server bin directory and let me start startup.bat. When I execute that startup.bat, it will start the server. Check it, startup.bat. Now my Tomcat server is getting started, guys. You can see in the Windows machine, I'm starting my Tomcat server. To start the Tomcat server, we are using startup.bat. Suppose anybody who is using Tomcat in the Linux, they will use startup.sh. We are using Windows machine, so we are going to use startup.bat file. If you want to stop the server, shutdown.bat. To start the server, startup.bat. Okay, so now it is trying to start the Tomcat server. It is trying to start the Tomcat server. Can you guys try that? Are you able to start the Tomcat server? Bat action means batch file. Are you guys able to start that? Are you guys able to start the Tomcat server? What it is saying, guys? For me, Tomcat server got started. For me, the Tomcat server got started. Okay. So when the Tomcat server is started, it will say that, boss, your Tomcat server is up and running, and the Tomcat server is running on the port number 8080. My Tomcat server started, whatever the port number I have given, that is 8080. So once the Tomcat server is running in our system, I can open admin console of the Tomcat, localhost :8080. So my Tomcat server is running. So once the Tomcat server is running in our system, we can access the Tomcat server in the browser also. The Tomcat server admin console is opened. Now you see the Tomcat server admin console is opened for me, right? Fine. Are you guys able to start it? Are you guys able to start it? No, not able to start. Okay. So you need to do one thing. In order to start the Tomcat server, go to your environment variables. Go to your system environment variables. We have configured path, right? Go to system environment variables. Edit system environment variables. In the environment variables, we need to set the Java home. You see, path is separate. Path is separate. In the path, already we have taken path up to JDK bin directory. You need to set Java home in your system, guys. So Java home, you need to set like this. So check here how I am setting the Java home. So to run the Tomcat server, this Java home is required. Path we will set up to JDK bin directory. Java home we will set up to JDK directory only, not up to bin directory. Go to system variable, click on new, add the variable name as Java_home, value as the path of JDK software, not up to bin directory. Don't give up to bin directory. Let me tell you how to set this, how I am setting this Java home. Observe carefully. So for example, in my system, Java home is not available. Perfect. Now I want to set the Java home. Go to C, program files, where my Java software is installed. Take the Java, go to JDK, take only up to JDK. Don't take the bin directory. Take up to only JDK. Then go to your system environment variables. Edit the system environment variables. Under the system variables, you need to click on new and give the variable name as Java_home and give the variable value. You observe this. How I am giving that. You observe this. Java home and value up to JDK directory. So once we have given that, then we need to click on OK and click on OK, click on OK. So you need to set the Java home in your system. Okay, guys. Could you please set the Java home in your system? Could you please set the Java home in your system? Up to JDK directory, you need to set the Java home. Up to JDK directory, you need to set the Java home in the environment variables. Up to Java home, you need to set the, up to JDK directory, you need to set Java home. Completed Java home setup. Completed Java home setup. Once the Java home setup is completed, then go to your Tomcat folder. In the Tomcat folder bin directory, you can see startup.bat file. If anybody not able to see startup.bat, you need to go to folder options. You need to go to file explorer options. There will be one option in the view, show hidden files, folders, and Uncheck this checkbox. Hide extension for known file types. This checkbox will be checked in that. You uncheck this checkbox. Hide the extension for known file types. How to open this? Go to Windows, search button, type File Explorer options. Go to File Explorer. There you will have a view button. In this view button, there will be a checkbox. Hide the extensions for known file types. Uncheck this checkbox. Click on Apply. Click on OK. Then you can see startup.bat file. Then you can see startup.bat file. Are you able to see startup.bat file? Yeah. Now just double click on startup.bat file. When you double click on the startup.bat file, it is going to start our Tomcat server. It is going to start our Tomcat server. Now let me stop it and start it again. I'm stopping my Tomcat server. Now let us see here. Startup.bat. Double click on startup.bat. Now my Tomcat server is started. My Tomcat server is started. My Tomcat server started on which port number? You can see that port number also. It is started on the port number 8080. All of you should be able to see that Tomcat server started with the port number 8080. Or if you change the port number, it will start with the 8081. Yes, sir. Please, I will wait for 2 minutes. All of you set the Java home and start your Tomcat server and let me know whether your Tomcat server is started or not. I will wait for 2 minutes. All of you set the Java home. All of you set the Java home. Go to Tomcat zip file, extract it. Double click on startup.bat file. Then Tomcat server will open. Tomcat server will open. Difference between 8081 and 8080. There is no difference. Port, it is just a port number. There is no difference. You can use any port number. 4-digit number you can use as a port number. Default port number for Tomcat is 8080. Now I'm using that 8080 only. You can give 8081 also, no problem. Okay, guys. Yes. So now my Tomcat server running on 8080. All of you able to run? All of you able to run? People need to set the Java home, guys. In the environment variables, you need to set the Java home. Go to your system environment variables. In the system environment variables, you need to set the Java home up to JDK directory. Without Java home, the Tomcat server will not work. Earlier we configured path. Now we need to set the Java home. See here. Go to system variables, click on new, set the Java home up to JDK directory. Click on OK. Once that Java home setup is completed, then go to Tomcat bin directory, startup.bat. So this startup.bat file will be displayed for the people who downloaded a zip file of the Tomcat. So some people installed the Tomcat software directly, which is not working in my system. So those people will see tomcat.exe file. Okay, guys, those people will have tomcat.exe file. Tomcat.exe file will be available for the people who installed directly. I have not installed because I am facing some permission issue. For me, I downloaded a zip file. When I download a zip file, in the bin directory startup.bat will be available. The people who installed Tomcat directly, for them, tomcat9.exe file will be available to run the Tomcat server. Okay. All of you able to run the Tomcat server now? Yeah, for me, Tomcat server is running. The Tomcat server port number is 8080. If you have configured 8081, no problem. Your Tomcat server will run on the 8081. If you install with 8081, it will run with 8081. I have not installed. I just downloaded a zip file of the Tomcat. Once we download the zip file, in the bin directory, we can see startup.bat. I have executed that file. Then Tomcat server started, port number is displaying. Port number can be anything. The default port number is 8080. You can change that port number to 8081 also, no problem. So once the Tomcat server is started, I want to deploy my war file. I have given you sample war file, right? I have given you sample war file. Once again, I'm sending that war file, guys. So that war file we are going to deploy in the Tomcat server. That war file I'm going to deploy into my Tomcat server. What happened here? In my system, everything is not working today. Yeah, I have given you one war file, guys. So in the chat box earlier, I have given one war file, app.war. So take that app.war, go to Tomcat, go to web apps directory, and keep that in the web apps directory. That's it. Keeping the war file in the web apps directory is called as deployment. Okay. So now see, when I kept my war file in the web apps directory, Tomcat server is saying that deployment of the web application is completed. So the process of keeping the war file in the Tomcat server web apps folder is called as a deployment. I have sent you the war file in the chat box, right? I have taken that war file. I kept that war file in the web apps directory. Why we need to keep in the web apps directory? The reason is web apps directory is called as a deployment directory in the Tomcat. If you want to deploy your web applications in the Tomcat server, you need to use web apps directory. I kept my war file in the web apps directory. So that means my application deployment is completed successfully. Once the application is deployed successfully, how can we access that application? My application is running in the Tomcat server. Tomcat server running in the same machine with 8080 port. http://localhost. That means Tomcat server is running on the same machine. I'm using localhost. Localhost://8080 port number of your Tomcat. If you use 8080, you need to give 8080. If you give 8081, you need to go for 8081. My Tomcat port number is 8080. What is the application name? War file name? App. App is my project context path. /welcome. I'm sending a request. I'm getting the response from my project. In that war file, whatever I have given, that war file contains a servlet. I'm sending a request to the servlet. The servlet URL is /welcome. When I send a request to the /welcome URL, it is giving the response to me as a welcome to Ashok IT. That's it. We are able to deploy that war. We are able to deploy that war file in my server. Are you guys getting my point? I'm sending the war file once again in the chat box. I sent more than 10 times, guys. I sent the war file more than 10 times in the chat box. So just copy that war file and keep that war file in the web apps folder. Once you keep the war file in the web apps folder, your project will be deployed. Your project will be deployed in the Tomcat. Once the project is deployed in the Tomcat, send a request to your project like this. This is the URL to access that project. http://localhost:/8080/app/welcome. Port number, my Tomcat running on 8080. If you are running on 8081, you give that port number. What is your port number? App is the name of the war file. This is called context path. This is my servlet URL pattern /welcome. So when I send a request to this URL, I'm getting the response from my servlet. I'm getting response from my servlet. Are you guys able to do that? Are you guys able to do that? Tomcat setup and application deployment. Perfect. If you are able to get that message, then it is good. Success. Your server setup is ready. Okay. Yeah, please do it, guys. Please do it. I will wait. Either you can install the Tomcat or you can download the zip file. Either you can install the Tomcat with the .exe file or you can use zip file of that Tomcat. So installation is not working in my laptop due to some permission issues. So I have downloaded the Tomcat as a zip file. Okay. So to close the server, just Control C. If you want to stop the server, if you press Control C, then server will be stopped. Control C. I have stopped my server. Control C. I have stopped my server. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So now tell me, who is not able to do this, guys? Who is facing problem with this process? Can you please raise your hand? The people who are facing this issue. Yeah. Roshni, can you share your screen? Roshni, can you share your screen? Unmute your mic and share your screen. Guys, see what is the problem that she is facing. I will tell her. Localhost :8081/app/welcome. Can you show me your Tomcat server? Can you show me your Tomcat server? I can't see that. Unmute your mic. Share the complete screen. I think you shared only browser. Share the complete screen. Roshni, I can't hear your voice. Meanwhile, I will go with another person.
Hello, sir.
Yep. Share your screen.
Yes, sir.
Share the complete screen.
No, sir. It's visible, sir.
Yeah. 1 minute. Your port number is 8081, madam. You are accessing with 8081 only, na?
No, sir. Previously, I was accessing with 8081. Still, the problem was same.
Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Did you deploy the WAR file?
Yes, sir. In web app.
No, I can't see that. Can you go to web apps?
Yes, yes, yes.
App.war. No, it's not deployed successfully. Stop your server and start it again.
Yes, sir.
Control C. Stop
Yes,
that. No, it is not stopped.
Yes, yes. Stop.
Now start it. Allow access. You need to click on allow the access.
Okay, sir.
Stop it. Control C.
Yes, sir.
Start it again. Tomcat 9.exe file. Yeah, start. You have installed successfully, so you can use this option to start your server. Okay. Can you click enter? Your server is starting.
Entered, sir.
Is it deployed successfully? 1 second. Can you scroll up? Is there any issue in the server? Scroll up. That means messages I want to see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is finished. Now go to browser and hit the URL. Go to Tomcat. Yes, hit the URL. Send the request. Just enter. HTTP is optional, no problem.
No,
You
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yogesh, can you share your screen, buddy? Yogesh, can you share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Please share your screen. Can you show me Tomcat? Here is your Tomcat server one. I can't see your Tomcat server.
Hello.
Yogesh, your voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, buddy. Meanwhile, Vijay Shurya.
Sure.
Vijay Shurya, can you tell me what is your problem?
Yes, sir. I can share my screen.
Yeah, please share your screen.
Sure,
Please. Vijay Surya, can you share your screen? Biswajit, are you sleeping in the class, man? I told you more than 5 times. Keep the WAR file in the web apps folder.
Are
That
you
is
able
called
to-
deployment.
Is my screen visible, right?
Yeah, Vijay, it is visible.
Yeah.
Show me your Tomcat server.
So this is Tomcat server.
You are having some issue. Can you stop that server? You can see that there is an error in the console, man. Server is
No.
not started successfully.
No, when I
Stop
hit
your
that
server.
URL, right? Yeah, I will do.
Stop that server. I'm telling you, stop the server. Sir, please stop the server. Vijay, can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm asking you to stop the server. Stop, Control C.
Yeah, it's that control C.
Now start it. Tomcat 9. Tomcat 9 file is there.
Yeah.
Click that. Now your server is started and application is deployed. Go to the browser and hit the URL.
Yeah, when I hit the URL, that time it is coming like this. I can't get any message.
Can you send it? Can you show me server console?
It is getting this kind of error.
There is a. Can you scroll up? I want to see that message. There is a problem in your server setup. Scroll up. Scroll down. '8081. 1 minute. Illegal argument, invalid character found in the method name. Go to browser. Can you show me the URL, what you are hitting?
Yeah,
Localhost :8081/app/welcome. Open new tab and send the request. Copy that URL, open new tab. Welcome spelling mistake you are giving. Send the request. Go to console, check it once again. Still there is some problem in the URL. You go and type the URL instead of copying that. Close your browser and reopen. Close your browser. Close your browser and open that once again. Type that URL, localhost :8081/app/welcome. Okay, good.
Oh no, it's getting same error.
Don't type HTTPS. You need to give HTTP. HTTP, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. Good, guys. I want everybody to set up the Tomcat server and deploy the web application. So to install the Tomcat, you need to set the Java home, then install the Tomcat server, or just download as a zip file. Anything is fine. Take the WAR file which I have given. Keep the WAR file in the web apps directory. Web apps is called as a deployment folder. Then we need to access that project in the browser. If you are able to access that project in the browser, that means your server setup is working successfully. Okay. Okay. Yeah. After deploying the WAR file in the server, you need to send the request to this URL. Port number, whatever you have used, it may be 8080 or it may be 8081. So for that port number, you need to send the request. Still anybody not able to do it? Still anybody who is not able to do it, can you unmute your mic and speak out?
Hello,
Still
sir.
anybody?
No, the
Yeah.
requested resource and app.file WAR file is not able to see on the servers.
That
Hello?
means your deployment. Yogesh, there is
Yeah,
a
sir.
network issue from your side, sir. Please share your screen. I will tell you.
Yes. This
Show me,
is the
show me server.
resource file.
Show me your server console.
Welcome is not available.
Yogesh, show me your server console.
Yeah. Hello.
Yogesh, there is a network issue from your side, sir. I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. This one is.
Guys, next one. Yogesh voice is not coming for me. Next one. Who is not able to do it?
Hello, sir.
Still, yeah.
Yes, sir. This one server box. Are you not able to see that? I share.
No, Yogesh, I
Able to
can't
see that?
see, sir. No,
Hello?
I can't see that.
Hello.
Right.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am unable to start my Tomcat server, sir. Can I share my
Your
screen?
name?
Rams.
Yeah, share your screen. Not that one, sir. You need to use Tomcat 9.exe file.
This one, sir.
The above one. Yeah. Double click on that file.
Yes, sir. I double click, but it's not working.
Can you use startup.bat? Did you configure Java Home? Ram, did you configure Java Home? Can you show me your environment variables, Ram? System environment variables. Click on environment variables. Where is Java home? Where is Java home? You did not set up the Java home. Please set up the Java home. Raya, please listen to the
Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello Ram sir is not there. Sir said to set Java home.
Yeah, I am unable to set the Java home. How to set this one? And actually, that time the network has been disconnected. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah. Up to JDK 1.8, you select the path and paste.
Yes.
yeah, JDK 1.8, I select the path.
Up to select that path. After that, you create a new file means variable.
Yeah, like how to set the JDK path like that only, na?
Like that.
Swaraj ID.
Pardon?
Yeah, like that only.
Actually, for JDK, I am setting already. I set path, right?
No, you didn't set. So I think so. Okay, I will show you how to
Raj.
set.
Hello? Can I share the screen?
Hello, are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you once confirm me about my screen is sharing or no?
Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, where?
Here only new system variables new.
Here.
Java underscore home with the capital letters.
Yeah.
Swaraj bhai.
Home. Here I have to paste that.
That path, you paste here that path up to JDK.
JDK path, right?
JDK 1.8 program files Java.
Actually, I installed 18.
JDK 1.8.
9 to 9 install.
Okay. Whichever you are using, that one. Paste here. Okay. And okay. Here, okay. Now you start that server. exe file. First
Yes.
one.
Yeah, it's not able to.
Or else you startup.bat.
Yeah.
That one also. Startup startup.bat, not start down, startup.
This one, right?
Double click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open now.
No, it's open.
Now you try with the hitting a URL.
Yes, sir.
Only HTTP, not S.
Yeah, Prasad sir.
HTTP.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm back. I got disconnected due to network issue. Still anybody facing the issue with the setup?
It's asking like this.
Okay, you can ask.
Cancel that. Stop your server and do that, sir. Guys, the first thing is you need to set the Java home. Then you need to keep the war file in the web apps folder. Then go to startup.bat and double click on that. Sir, your server is already running. So you do one thing, open task manager. The server port number already in use. That's why it is giving the problem. Stop your server. Stop it. Go to task manager. Kill all the Java processes which are running. Open the task manager. Control-Shift-E is the shortcut. Control-Shift-E is the shortcut. Open the task manager. Kill all the Java processes. In the background process, check where Java is running. Kill all the Java related stuff. Scroll down. Yeah. No, Java is gone above, man. It's not running. Or you need to change the port number of the server. Go to Tomcat conf directory. Go to Tomcat server conf directory. Open server.xml. Server.xml. Open with Notepad++. Server.xml. Scroll down. No. Scroll down. Here, line number 69. Keep it as 8082. Save it. Then open the server again. Start the server again. Startup.bat. Yes. Now it is running. Your port number is 8082. Go to browser. Give 8082. Enter. Now it's working. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fine, sir. Still anyone else not able to deploy the project?
Can you once try it? Because by network issue, I cannot able to connect.
Yogesh, your network issue is there, man. Whatever I'm telling that you are not doing.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
I'm not able to open my
Now
WordPad.
it's possible. Correctly. Hello.
let me do one thing, guys. I will make
Hello.
one short. I will prepare one short
Hello.
video.
Are you able to see, sir, my screen?
Yogesh, it will not work out, man. Whatever I'm telling you are not following. Your voice is delay. There is a network issue from
Yes,
your
sir.
side. Non-sync.
Okay, sir. Currently, is also not able to hear. Hello.
Yogesh, show me your server console.
Yes, sir. This one. Are you able to see, sir?
No, I can't.
Hello.
Nothing is Yogesh, nothing is visible, man. You leave it. We will see that later. We'll connect separately. It is not working out. Your network
Look.
issue is there.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Can I share my screen?
Who is that?
Sir, me, Abhilash.
Yeah, guys, I will prepare one short video how to install Tomcat server, how to deploy the application. I will upload in that group. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Abhilash, share your screen. People are struggling to do the setup. Abhilash, can you share your screen? Yes, it's opening now. You access the URL.
So the home page is opening, sir, but when I'm trying to open that URL, it is not opening.
I want you to see that URL. Can you type that? Enter. Or not found. Can you go to your server and can you show me? I can't see your server console.
Yes.
Show me your server console.
Sir, it is a resume, sir.
No, I think you shared only browser. Stop your screen share and share it completely.
Okay, sir.
Share it again.
Sir.
Huh. Abhilash, there is a network issue, man.
Sir, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Man, it is very small font. I can't read it. What is the problem? Your Tomcat server is started.
Yes, the server has started, sir.
You are using Mac OS, huh?
Yes, sir.
In the Mac OS, you need to use that sh file, right?
Oh, no, sir, I'm using command line, sir. I mean, terminal.
Did you kept that war file in the?
Yes, sir, I have kept it.
Can you do that once? Can you show me?
Sir, here it is. Tomcat folder, web apps, and app.
App.war. Okay. It should run, man. Stop it. Stop the server and start again.
Okay, sir.
shutdown.sh, shutdown.sh. Yeah, can you run again? Startup.sh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now go to browser. Hit that URL. Okay, I will see you that in the next class in the Mac. Okay, so it is not able to process that in your system. It is giving some exception. We'll check that issue. Okay, you need to download the Tomcat, which is compatible with Mac OS. Fine, guys. Who are not able to do it, leave it. I will prepare a short video and I will share that video to set up that. Okay. Yeah. Fine. The people who are not able to do it, I will post one small video. People who are not able to do it, I will post a small video with the setup of this Tomcat server in the Windows machine so that you can do it and deploy the WAR file and practice. Okay. We'll see you in the 7:30 Gradle class. Thank you, guys. If you are not able to do it, no problem. Again, Monday, I will show you how to do the server setup and how to work with server administration part, how to configure users in the Tomcat, how to change the port number in the Tomcat. We will discuss that in the Monday session as well. Okay, guys. Thank you.